Today's lesson is focused on the difference between autopilot and awareness, how it stresses you out, and how mindfulness can help. So, what is being on autopilot? Being on autopilot means that your body is present, but your mind is wandering, perhaps to a test the day before or a deadline tomorrow. You aren't paying any attention to your surroundings, and therefore you might make a mistake or two while on autopilot. It's a bit like being on autopilot mode in a car. The car can do what it usually does, but can't adapt to its surroundings by itself. And that's you when your mind is somewhere else, other than your body. You might be worrying about a big performance the next day, where you worry about how the audience will react to you. Maybe you're worrying about that when you're eating dinner or when you're doing homework, and this decreases your performance. Some examples of being on autopilot are multitasking, ruminating, which is thinking about something over and over again while trying to complete another task, or simply not paying attention to what you are doing. I know I'm on autopilot sometimes, like when I have a big presentation the next day, or a piano recital, and I continue thinking about these things. This can be stressful for you when you're constantly ruminating when trying to get things done. Being on autopilot also isn't very reliable, with your accuracy in completing tasks at only 80%. This adds more stress when you get things wrong. That's why mindfulness can help you de-stress. It gets you off of your autopilot and into awareness. You're not helping yourself when you aren't paying attention to what you're doing and are trying to multitask. A recent study showed that nearly half of everyone's life is spent on autopilot. Think about how much life you'd be missing. Nearly half of it. To be specific, 46%. Being mindful and aware, the opposite of being on autopilot, can let you enjoy life so much more, and not take for granted any seemingly ordinary events. For example, do you remember the last time you ate and perhaps enjoyed an apple? But were you actually paying attention to the apple? Did you notice the color, the specific texture, the shape? I know I don't always. I'm usually completing homework or working on my computer as I eat an apple, or anything else for that matter. A way to enjoy food more is to eat mindfully, or an activity called mindful eating. This way, you can get the most out of any food. Think about it this way. This apple that you're eating, you'll never eat it again. It's the only apple of that kind that you'll ever eat. Getting off of autopilot is essential to becoming more mindful and de-stressing. This way, you can live a healthier, happier life.